So on our back corner here, lower quarter, and this was part of the part here. This was our lower section in here. I left those on for a while, just so while I'm setting these pieces, I kind of knew where I needed to be. I ordered this inner piece and it was really far off as the aftermarket stuff is. This kind of line here, that's where it ended and it needed to go to there, so that can tell you how far off that was. This piece I made, and I even made the little doohickey that's supposed to hang down there, like body line or whatever. And then I've been starting to trim our lower patch, which will be kind of that guy. But as you can see, it's not fitting up right. Yeah, that's more correct. It's not fitting up right. And the worst part about it is, of course, our edge here. You can see how sharp it is and how round it goes too. The bottom part, this bottom part edge looks just plasmid, and this was supposed to bend over the back way. So we'll try to bend that piece back, clean this edge up, and bend this piece into its proper angle. And then this front part is going to have to be cut different, this lower part here. First, we're going to try to hammer and dolly this into a sharper edge and see if we can get that correct. I need to clean up and paint the inside here before we put this other piece on here. With some hammering and different stuff, I got this to be pretty close to correct. And there's our inside piece there. But it's just been kind of slow just because the pieces were so far off. But I'll try to get them into play here.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.
So the bottom corner was totally not right. I ended up cutting that off. The edge I got sharpened. We were able to knock that around and sharpen it up. But in order to get it to line up with the bottom and the side here, I had to cut it all the way down to the edge. So we really ended up with not much of this. The only piece that's useful kind of is that lower tray piece that they had in there. That was nice that they had that there, but besides that, really nothing much helpful here. I spent more time messing with it than it was probably worth. Go ahead and get the inside painted here. Start getting it on here. So I got our patch done over here. The patch panel piece was just wretched. It didn't line up to anything. The edges weren't sharp enough, blah blah blah. Got it to do what it should do, kinda. And then this area seems pretty solid. I was hoping to not take off that whole rear piece here, but ended up that's what we needed to do. This side has had previous damage and they put quite a bit of weld and stuff in here, and with the way they repaired it, it ended up just really rotting out badly. The repair rotted out worse than the body was initially, which is very odd. We're getting there. We straightened out this piece. This piece wasn't contouring the extension, quarter extension here. I have a sliver in my finger and I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Now it's lining up to that extension correctly, it seems. I want to cut along this edge and leave the edge because our aftermarket quarter is just not even freaking close as usual. This part is not even the same at all on the aftermarket piece. This part under here is not the same at all. So I think we're gonna have to make this piece and we're gonna have to make that piece underneath. And then we're gonna cut it here, and I believe we're gonna go down through here. I haven't quite decided yet, but I believe we're gonna go down through there. Once again, just trying to save as much of this original metal as we can. Still kind of, it's really hard when you're working on a couple $100,000 car that you decide what you're going to keep and what you're not. I mean, originality really does matter in something like this, you know, and so it's kind of hard to decide what do you keep, what do you get rid of. If it was just a regular fastback, I wouldn't be worried about, you know, cutting the whole quarter off, but just because of what it is, I'm trying to leave as much of its original metal as possible. And is that the right decision? I don't know. But a lot of the piece on the quarter panel is not quite like the original, and I don't think it matters if I buy this $300 quarter, I think it was like $275 shipped, or the $2,000 one. Is it really going to make that much of a difference? It's still an aftermarket quarter panel. A lot of these pieces I can just make a lot better and a lot closer to the original than these aftermarkets are. The rear apron here, or your rear roll pan kind of guy, is really trashed. I'm going to check that out later. But for right now, we need to just decide where we're going to cut this quarter and get these pieces replaced. This piece, I might kind of fix it and replace it before I go on further in down the quarter, so then I have this edge ready to go. But it's so out of shape anyways because of this bottom being wrecked. Now it might be better just to replicate it off the passenger side. So it's all been really tough decisions for me. It's gone okay. I was really unhappy with that lower quarter extension, with just how bad the aftermarket piece was. I think, you know, but then I had a bunch of time into it, and so it was, you know, I probably shouldn't be starting over. You know, I still have to worry about, you know, the customer and how much money he's got into it. You know, it is one of his high concerns on how much he's spending. So, you know, I have to be budget conscious on this, you know. If it was just open, then we might, you know, do things differently, but he is concerned with the amount of money we're spending, so just gonna have to kind of go with what we get. So I think the best thing I can do now is just start cutting some of our spots out that we know we're gonna have to replace. You know, like here, this has got so much filler in it. Look how thick that is. And that's ½ inch. I know there's dents in here. I can fill them on the inside, but what we'll do is we'll just start cutting the areas out that we know we're going to get rid of. That'll give us a glance at the inside and kind of see, you know, if we want to be going further. I know there's a dent in this area. I can fill it on the inside. I know there's a dent here because you can see the beginning of it going into a mass amount of filler. I'm still not totally sure. I'm not going to just go up to here. I know that this area isn't correct on the aftermarket quarter, so I know that I'll be cutting around this and leaving this. You know, do I go to here? Do I go to here? Another big deal about this is with the roll bar in here and all this interior stuff, am I going to be able to get in here and unbolt this scoop and take it off and bolt it back on? And it really doesn't seem like it, you know, not without a whole lot of this coming out, and that's really not good of a car this vintage and this value. So I want to avoid doing that scoop at all costs. There's some filler down in here too, but I looked inside and it doesn't seem like it's covering up anything, but I should shave that out probably. This was all full of filler from here to here and it wasn't anything under it. So just keep on messing, I guess. So I just kept on running into more and more filler, and I kind of thought about like how I'd feel about the job when it's done. And I think I'd feel better about it if we just went all the way to the edges. I went ahead and gave it a good look-see and see what we got going on. This front piece had some sort of weird cut in it where it looks like they cut it open and then oxyacetylene silicone bronzed it back together, but just a colossal amount of filler in it. For some reason there was a rag shoved in the duct for the brake cooler. Don't know what that was about. They have kind of a weird way of holding the scoop on with those rivets and kind of the weird holes there. I'm looking to kind of leave that alone, so I'm planning on going around it unless if I change my mind. But even up here, we had a ton of filler up here, ton of filler right here. So I just wanted to get up here, see what we had going on, and we'll just go over with the whole quarter. This area is in pretty decent shape down in here. All this seems pretty decent. You have to cut off this part, and you do have to seam this because you can't get in here unless if you had the car really tore apart, and we're very much so avoiding that with how much is going on in there. And the roll bar really doesn't let you take, well, roll bar is a small problem, but the whole back seat, a lot of stuff has to come out to get the inner panel out, so we're gonna try and leave it. I haven't decided how far I'm gonna go in with this, if I'm gonna go to here or just section it, but you know, still just a bunch of dents up here, some dents here, and so I just wanted to get rid of that old metal. You can see here, this is all dents, so it was hit in the back here. This is all dented. Most of this is gone. We're gonna have to do this piece from here down. This kind of looks okay. This is a little banged up, but not bad. We need to make this piece. We need to make this piece. Hoping that this inner fender fits better than our last one, because our last one was just god awful. But you can see all this is dent damage all the way into there. All this is dent damage. All this is dent damage. Through here is damaged. This is another dent. Something just came through here and kind of wrecked all of this. And so with the work that was done around it, it's probably why we're getting most of our rust here. Obviously some of it would have been here regardless, but we're gonna go ahead and do the full quarter anyways. But the quarter, just this piece is wrong on the quarter, this piece is wrong on the quarter, so we have to make those. You know, I wasn't having much luck with the inner fender on the other side. You know, this piece was totally wrong, but maybe we'll have better luck on this side. This structure is over the inner fender here, so we have to decide how far we want to go with that. I can either put the inner fender over this, or I can cut it and go next to it, and then I can get back onto the lip here and continue with welding it like it was factory. But in these front areas, I am going to have to do something up in here if I use the whole inner fender well. So I might just be using this lower part, and then I don't know what to do. Just keeps on having more and more damage. I need to go further and further in. Look how crude that Shelby stuff is. They just cut out that where the Mustang lights were. They stapled those on and then covered it in a fiberglass panel. It was really crude. It's really crude. The lower you got in production numbers, the screwier the manufacturing got on it, you know. Whatever got it done seems to have happen on expensive rare cars too. The rarer it is, the shoddier the real work was.
All it takes is one job, oh yeah. All it takes is one job, and everything is gonna be okay.